Hi there. I'm going to try and explain to you how standards-based grading works, at least in my classroom, the best I can right now with what I have without showing somebody's exact grades. So let me go down here. Let me go to the next board. First off, in standards-based grading, we have different standards for different units. Now, if I can find here quickly, I'm going to find, let's see here. Oh, let me turn off my pen. We have here, where's the standards? There they are. Okay, your child will come home and before every unit they'll be given as standards where it has 1-1A, 1-1B, and it talks about what the learner will be able to do. In this one it says that they are able to figure out an independent and dependent relationship 3 out of 5 times from a graph table, ordered pair, application problems. Right here they'll be able to figure out independent and dependent 3 out of 5 times to get a 1. Basically, when you look at this, a 0 means they didn't try at all. There'll be a 1 minus. A 1 minus is going to be that they tried but they did not get anything. They did not meet this standard right here. They did not get it correct. A 1 is going to basically equate to a 70. A 2 is a 75. A 3 is an 85, a 4 is a 95. Okay, so these are always available on our Algebra 1 website. That if I went, let's see here, if I can go on here. I know you get to see all this fun stuff here, but it's the best way I can figure out how to go to this website. Right here, each unit, you'll be able to click on each unit. And so, for example, Unit 1-2, it has all of our assignments on here. It'll have notes on there, the test review. They have the calendar to tell you when the tests are. I'm going backwards here on this website. We have online book instructions, help videos, which is like this video I'm doing, information on standards-based grading. We should have a tutorial one. There it is, tutorial schedules. So this right here, this web page will be very, very important to be able to have. And again, you see this scrolling thing across here to tell you about different information. You can subscribe to this or send an email to be, or subscribe so that you can have a news flash so that when anything's updated, you get an email to let you know that things are being updated. Okay, so then there's that. So now, let's see, let me go back here. So, now we go back here and let's talk about these standards. When we go up here with our standards, for example, say that in the maintaining skills, they got a 1. In this standard, they got a 2, a 1, oh heck, let's go with a -1 or a 1 minus. This is a 3, and this is a 4. All of these right here, basically at the end, they average together. And when they average together, they will give you your final grade. Because these are all the standards for our first 6 weeks. So this is your final grade for the first 6 weeks. Now, the problem is that right here, if you have a 1 minus in any of your standards, your grade is a 60. Okay? It will stay like that until they master this standard right here. And so when they master this standard, then this will change. Now here's what the problem is. Right now, and it's not really a problem, it's just a glitch we have to work out. In the Gradebook, or in the parent internet viewer, the home access center is what it's called now, it's going to have down at the bottom, it's, you know, where it says like algebra class and it lists everything. I'm going to go over how things are listed. It's going to give you a grade. That grade is actually going to average all 3 of these things together. Let me see if I can find my calculator in order to try and figure out what your gradebook would tell you. All right, let's see here. I've got 70 plus 75 plus 70 plus 60 plus 85 plus 95, 3, divided by 6. This would tell you that the grade for this person In algebra is a 76. But the problem is this is not correct. This is what it's talking about. That's what the home access center will say, but I have to go in there and override this to a 60 because they have not mastered this standard. So now what happens is the students come in and they talk to me, or they re-quiz, retest. Sometimes it's paper, pencil. Sometimes it's me just interview them, having them do a few problems. So when they do this, say they come in and they redo this, and it goes up to let's see, maybe it goes up to a 3. Now it will average all of these together. I do not override their grade, and whatever the grade book says is their grade is their actual grade. Okay? Now, even during the 6 weeks, say that because if this was mine, I'd say, okay, I want on maintaining skills. I want you to go back in and retest and, be able to get a better grade. You can always go in and do this. Like here, I'll go in, my student will come in, and we'll work on equations and some of the things we did, and then that can go up to a 3 or a 4. You can always improve on any of these standards to continually increase your grade. And it's not really the idea of increasing your grade, but we want them to master the skills. And so that's why we're going to keep letting them come in and be able to do things. Now, this YouTube that you're actually watching this on, if you go, let's see if I can pull this up here. The YouTube right here, if your child clicks on subscribe, every time I add a new video, that will actually let them be told that the new video or more information is being added. That's the best way, because you can always go in here and see, then you're going to see all the list of videos that I have like this, instead of having to hunt for it. So that'd be my best advice. Okay, so say that this was the grades that were in the grade book. So I'm going to take the 85 plus the 75, because remember, this means an 85, this means a 75, and a 70, 85, 85, and a 95. So if I add all those together, let's see, 85 plus 75 plus 70 plus 85 plus 85 plus 95, and I divide that by the 6 standards, that's an 82.5. So this student would have an 83 for their 6 weeks grade. Now, to be able to read this in the grade book, because there's going to be lots of other information and grades in there. For example, here would be an example of what you would see. This is maintaining skills. I think right now in my grade book it just says A1, but it's maintaining skills. And you'll see a test here. Now what you're going to see in these, let's see if I can come up here, and these will be labeled with, these standards will be labeled with under an assessment. Okay, so this is assessment. All these other ones will be labeled under daily. Okay. This daily portion is just to let you know how they're doing. The grades for the standards is what counts, is what's in these columns right here. So for example, say on the first quiz they got a -1, they didn't do very well. But on the next test they got a 3 and they're doing better. So now you go and you look at this, you look at the improvement as what's going on, and they have a 3. Okay, so this right here is what's going to be in here for that standard. Very good, and it's passing. Now, say that for A1, say that the first quiz you took, they got a 2. This test right here, man, they had a bad day and they got a 1-. Well, this isn't good because you're going from a higher score to a lower score. So this is when I sit back and go, okay, wait, something else is going on, because I know in class maybe that they've shown me that they know how to do it. So this is when I have them come in and I talk to them. This is what the oral portion is. So I have them come in there and I talk to them, and maybe we do a couple retesting things, whether it's me giving them a problem, they're sitting here with me, I see what they can do in class, we have conversations, or maybe they actually retest the quiz or the test in a different version. So this time, say they get a 3. I'm going to look at all this and I'm going to scratch this and think, well, maybe this was just a bad day, and here's the 3. So now, in this standard, this is a 3. And that's what you want to do. You want to continually move to get your standards up, to where they're good. Your ultimate goal obviously is a 4, meaning that you really understand the topic, you really understand the standard, and that you can go through and do that. Now, the teachers are not going to have the students come in the last week of the 6 weeks in order to retest, because we don't want people coming in and doing all the standards at the very end. I mean, if you can imagine having 150 students and trying to go through and do that. Now we want them to try and come in right after those tests are done and be able to go in and retest. Now, I said that, you know, we have tutoring options. Again, we have tutorial schedules. Let me click off this pen real quick. We have tutoring schedules where, let's see, yes, I want it to open. And it talks about what time people will be there and what days. We have tutorials every day of the week, Monday through Thursday. Of course, not Fridays, but they can go in and they can get help with a teacher on tutorials. I'm hoping that by using these YouTube videos, that can help a lot of the students go through. Like for our next test that's coming up on Friday. Right now, this video is being done in September, but I made a review for it to be able to go through and have them practice at home. This is always a great thing to be able to go through and continually, even though we've gone over topics, maybe as we go down the road to go back and redo some of these just to keep things fresh in your mind, because the end of course exam is ultimately what they want to be successful and do well on, and continually to remember everything that's going on in our class. So hopefully this gives you a little better idea of standards-based grading, at least in my classroom, what it's looking like and what the goal is. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I guess I can put that on here somewhere. Let's see. I know you've got that other recording thing up there, but it's Christy.Crawford at cfisd.net. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me.